Hey, yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? Hopefully I sound good to everybody. I gotta actually use my Bluetooth because I'm on the road and I was supposed to have been at home by now, but uh, you know, the gig, when they need you. So I'm out here, still out on the road, but I'm like, yo, you know what? I got a few videos in live streams I was working on, but the time wasn't here for me to go live with that particular content. One second. So I figured, let me just throw something up in the air, see how it ends up. Hey, what's good, Ice? Good to see you, fam. Yeah, you already know. Upper echelon. Yes, indeed. And this is definitely definitely off the top of the dome or off the cuff, straight up freestyle. No notes, no footnotes, no memos, none of that. So we're gonna see how this go. Excuse me. Every now and then I'll pop up and do a live stream, but it's usually rare because I usually like to set things up accordingly because I got a method to my madness, but every now and then I just gotta, I guess, have more method to the madness. Yeah. Hey, what's good, Logan? What's good? You said this, that God knowledge, salute God's lowercase g, no blasphemy. Of course, you know, all praise to the Heavenly Father all day long. And that's why, this thing of being a God amongst men also represents that. You know, the creator, he makes a God amongst men, you know, as onto the Father, back onto the Son all day long. Hey, what's good, Polo? Yeah, I figure I'd come in, man. Go ahead and drop something for y'all. Just while I still got a lot of things coming up in regards to live streams and uploads. Oh, I got a bunch of uploads for y'all. I've been doing things differently. Usually I just do an upload and I just go right off the top of my head and just upload something real quick to YouTube. Yeah, I'll upload something real quick to YouTube, but now I'm just trying to be more quality with it, Instead of delivering fast food, I'm giving y'all some nice entrees. So that's how we're gonna do that. Hey, what's good, DJ Codeine? Good to see you in the building, fam. Keeping it chopped and screwed over there on them slabs down in Dallas, in Houston. I'm not sure which part you in, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Uh all right, so this is definitely not, and I repeat, this is definitely not a shot at Kevin Samuels. By no means, you know. So I don't want people to think that when they come over here, they thinking, oh, Ray finna talk about Kevin Samuels. Not at all. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, by the way. But we're gonna talk about something from the inverted perspective, because y'all know that's how I do a lot of my content here at this channel. Oh, you said H-Town. Of course, I gotta say it like you say it down there. H-Town, how we get down. Hopefully I said that right, fam. Yeah, I be down in Texas quite a bit here and there. You know what I'm talking about? So there you go. I just said some other lingo from out of that city, out of that area. but but yeah, this thing about the high vibrational man, because this has always been around, but nobody likes to talk about it. Kind of like how a lot of folk were talking about the high value man, but no one really brought up how before high value man, there was gentlemen. Kind of like a lot of people were talking about Sigma males. But long before Sigma males, there was this thing called lone wolf, you know? And it had nothing to do with Sigma male, just like gentleman has nothing to do with high value man. And just as a high vibrational man really has nothing to do with a high value man. But let me take this a step further. The high vibrational man has nothing to do with a man. That's just basically clickbait at most, because you know y'all here at my channel, and y'all know kind of like with my content, and even with what you see in the hashtag Divinity, I'm taking y'all beyond the realm of manhood. We need to get into godhood. Taking y'all beyond this realm of masculinity. We need to get into divinity. And even for the ladies that show up, y'all got to get beyond femininity. Y'all got to get into a realm of divinity. But see, actually with femininity, it doesn't really have to reach so high. It just has to reach out onto what's high, you know, reach out to the most high and reach out high. I don't know if a lady caught that. You don't really have to reach up high, ladies. You just have to reach up high and then say hi. But I'm gonna stop there. I don't think some people got that. You know what I'm saying? But basically, tonight is gonna be about divinity. That's kind of the theme. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see the brain with the brain waves, with the electrics, the electrodes, all those signals going through your head, going at blazing speeds. You know, the speed of light is going on inside of your brain. You know, a whole cosmic network is going on within your body and within your brain. Even your blood cells, the way they break up and create new blood cells. And even if there's this thing of coronavirus, COVID-19, you know, that's running through your cosmic bloodstream. But you got cells that fight that. Long before this idea of a virus, long before this idea of a vaccine, your body has always been cosmic and clean, you know, just something to say. You said, Logan, we got to tap into the universe and channel that power. Exactly. And we got to get back to that. Yeah, we got to get back to that. Oh, you already know, Ice. You already know, man. That's why I'm definitely, I see kind of how I need a moving groove out here. I see this. We're going to have to be like Neo, dodging these bullets. But, like Morpheus said, when you learn how to move a certain way, when you tap into who you are, you won't even have to dodge the bullets. So, but yeah, I peeped that it's time to get in that Neo mode. I see that right now. All the agents, all the Mr. Smiths showing up, trying to steal this one. They trying. But let's go. All right, so just to give y'all a summary of some things, because like I said, this is just something I thought about off the top of my head. Okay. Yeah, man. Got to keep it Fiji. You know what I'm talking about? Got to keep it Fiji, sipping on that Fiji. You said Polo, stronger pathways. You already know, fam. So just giving an analysis of some of the things, because I'm just saying we're just kind of going off kind of from what I've gathered from what I have heard about what Kevin Samuels has said about the high value man. But like I said, this is definitely not a shot at Kevin Samuels. We talking about something totally different. So I'm gonna give y'all a synopsis, basically from what I've gathered. Basically like and I don't know, I might not be word for word, but I don't need to be. I don't need to be because I don't plagiarize. So, but from my perspective, I think like okay, so how can I go about this? Okay. So, well, first of all, got to make over six figures. Okay. Got to make at least 6,000 a month. That's just for starters. What else? You just gotta be above like the 10% of all males and men in this society. And that's around the world. That's not just the United States, but let's just say the United States for those listening in. If you're from around the world, depending on who's watching this on the replay or even as I'm live right now, this can apply everywhere. But specifically for everybody that's mostly in the United States, really keep this in mind, this synopsis that I'm talking about, okay? It's got to be in that 10% bracket, six figures, and make over 6,000. And of course, the chicks like it if you're over 6 inches. Let's not go there, right? Got to be over 6 feet. So they apply a lot of the LMS talk. They apply that too to this high value man aspect. Like I said, keep in mind the live stream title. This ain't about high value man, but I want y'all to kind of see where I get inverted with my perspective. Okay. So I said all that, and then I also said well, I haven't said it yet, but I'll say it now. Okay, now there's this idea that the chicks out there, like, they don't feel that this guy needs to cheat. And of course, Kevin Samuels said that high value men don't cheat, they just exercise their options. A man of that type of status has options. So okay, so you get all that. You get all this with what you call the high value man, and I'm pretty sure I haven't really broke down everything in regards to what this high value man is all about. And like I said, I might not necessarily be word for word because I don't want to plagiarize, but I think I got it right. Y'all can help me in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If there's some things I left out, you know what I'm saying? But going forward, okay? High value man. What is the high vibrational man? Well, you just erase value and put in there vibrational. So now with everything that I said in regards to there's only like what 10% of guys with certain wealth. Well, there's 10% of guys with a certain vibration. See, that's how you invert that perspective. Because I don't know about y'all, but there ain't a lot of guys out here that are on a high vibration. They are on a very low vibration. And this is the type of man that should be the most sought after in these times. Ladies, if you're listening to this, you want a high vibrational man, not a high value man. Now, if you choose to want to go after a high value man, that's totally on you, because you're just going off the ways of society and how you feel like you need to survive. But life is all about vibrations. And as you can see with the brain is like the vibranium of the vibrations. It pretty much, you can't put money on the brain. You can only put vibrations on the brain. And it's funny because out of those vibes of the brain, a lot of the money can manifest based on what a person thinks. But when you got a lot of people who think just in regards to money alone, like in their mind, and there's no vibe out of that, no good vibe, it becomes a construct of sorts, like the Matrix. And so, like I said, a lot of this is Matrix talk. And it's no pun intended. I'm really directing this more so towards the females that aren't women that want a high value man versus Kevin Samuels talking about high value man. More or less, he's just really telling y'all what these females want. It's not really him bringing it up to say, hey, this is what I think a man's supposed to be. He's really letting y'all know this is what females think a man is supposed to be. What these females that aren't women don't understand is that a man is supposed to be high vibration. But once again, getting to the name of this live stream type, high vibrational man, I want y'all to be thinking more or less high vibrational God amongst men. Basically a God amongst men is high vibration. You're not just vibrational. It's not enough to just be it's not enough to just be vibration. You have to be high vibration. You have to literally welcome the vibe. You have to welcome the vibes. You have to say hi to the vibes. Hi, vibes. You want to be high on the vibes. You want to give it a high five to the high vibes. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you want to do. You want to give a high five to the high vibes. And you ain't going to give nobody a high five unless they are on the high vibes. There you go. That's the way we could communicate with one another. Only communicate or give a high five to someone that's got the high vibes. Give a dab. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a dab to someone you think is going to backstab. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Y'all been chopping it up. I appreciate y'all stopping by the way. I know this is a little later than I usually go, but just some off the top of the dome. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all. Let's see what y'all saying. You said Fire Pack. Hey, and by the way, what's good, Fire Pack? What's good, Wando? What's good, fam? You said Fire Pack. The internal strength is more important than the external strength. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, it's like the fire within the core. Your core. What is your core like? Everybody's talking about this frame. You know, being in your frame. I'm more concerned about my core. I could care less about the frame. If the core ain't strong, the frame ain't gonna do nothing. It's nothing. The frame is meaningless without the core being strong. You know. So it's like most guys think like cockroaches when they talking about being in a frame. Last time I checked, roaches have frames, but they call it an exoskeleton. All you gotta do is step on the exoskeleton, and it's in millions of pieces. Because why? Its frame, its exoskeleton wasn't strong enough. And of course, on the inside of its core, it was just all soft. I want to have a very strong core, a very fiery core. And it only reinforces my outer layer, even if my outer layer could be a little bit soft at times. You can't penetrate that inner layer, that inner core. Let's keep going. You said, Logan, master oneself. I am. I am. See, I am. Right. Who you truly are, aka I am. Grasp onto the vision and embody it. The inner man, the inner God. And see, with this knowledge that we talk about over here in regards to being the high vibrational man versus the high value man, you don't be married to the game. You be married to yourself, your inner feminine. You know what I'm saying? You be married to yourself. That's how you develop the inner God in you. Because you're married to yourself, the inner guidance, you know. You're not married to the game. You're married to you. You're married to her within you. You said, Polo, they must be describing Lucifer. Oh, yeah, all day long, man. Very enticing. They want that enticing aspects of what they think masculinity is all about. But like I said, we're beyond masculinity right now. We're in divinity. Masculinity is okay. That's just you being at the edge of the cliff, but you're going to have to jump off that cliff and be able to soar. That's what divinity is. You jumping off that cliff and you're soaring. That's what we're doing over here. Let them stick around with the Lucifers that just stay on the ground or they live underground. We above ground. We not the underground, especially with the content that I have here and I know Ice has. It's not underground. It's above ground. That's what we do. Let's keep going. Let's see what everybody's saying. You said Fire Pack. A high value man can fool you. A high vibrational man won't. No, because it's not within him and it's not on him. It's all high vibrations. It's like, you know, like they say, you know how they be saying things like the basketball don't lie, you know, certain things just don't lie. Well, a high vibration doesn't lie either. You know, he can't hide it. You know, certain people can't hide, like, you know, with the high vibration, he can't even hide how he feels because you know on his face, like, you know, everybody sees, like, they know when you're happy, they know when you're sad. You can't pull it off and try to mask it because your vibration is on such a higher level to where people know where you are with how you feel and what you're about just by looking at you. They see the vibe that's on you, and most of them can't deal with it, and that's why they walk away. You said, Logan, porn, fast food, boredom, meaningless social media, and other worldly things keep us low vibrational. Yeah, that's true. And actually, there's different levels. So even with porn and fast food and whoredoms, there's a lot of things, you know, a lot of things within what you said that to some degree, some of it is not bad, but to other degrees, if you consume too much of it, it can be a problem. You know, everything should be done in moderation. That's the problem. The low vibration is based on people not doing things in moderation. Heck, People drink too much. They're not drinking in moderation. You know, there's a lot of things you're doing in moderation. Even you being good needs to be done in moderation. Even you doing good for people needs to be done in moderation, because you got to realize some people are not of upper vibration. Hopefully I sound good for y'all on this microphone via my Bluetooth right now. Let me see. You said ice. They kept utilizing the word energy after me and don't know what I was talking about the whole time. Exactly. Exactly. But they were energy vampires. So they just liked the fact that they were trying to extract what you meant by energy, even though they did not even know. Because vampires extract. They suck it up, soak it up. Yeah, buddy. You said also ice. Energy, energy, enter Jesus. They never knew why I said it or what I meant exactly. The energy within thee, you know what I'm saying? That they envy, you know, the inner God. That's how you develop into a God amongst men. You know, they don't get all this. You know, what keeps you grounded, you know, that also that energy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, your gravity, what you gravitate to. You know, they don't get all of this stuff, you know. But this is what makes you a high vibrational man. But let's get back to sort of what I'm saying. Oh, actually, before that, I still want to check out what everybody's saying thus far. Oh, hey, what's good? China White, what's good? Good to see you up in the building, sweetie. Good to see you. You said, Logan, that yin yang balance, master the flesh and spirit, whichever wins is the one you feed. Exactly. You know, it says, you know, walk in the spirit, but fulfill not the lust of the flesh. Yet it also says in the scripture, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So yeah, pick and choose your poison. Just don't choose poison. But most people choose poison. You said also, Polo, social media is a black mirror or portal. Oh yeah, all day long, man. Uh, it's actually more like quicksand. It's more like quicksand. But yeah, I could see that black mirror or portal in many ways. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, they don't want to look at their own reflection. They rather try to project what they. I won't even say reflect. Yeah, reflect. Well, sort of reflect, sort of refract. It's more of a refraction than a reflection. But yeah, all that and then some based on what you just said, Polo. Hey, I appreciate that, China. I appreciate that much. Right. I appreciate that. Okay, but yeah, let's keep going. Looks like I got caught up with everybody in the comment section thus far. And in the chat, I mean, I got caught up with everybody in the chat. Uh, all right, so I mentioned about only a few guys within that top 10% have a certain amount of money based on what Kevin Samuels said about the high value man. And I believe in regards to this live stream title being the high vibrational man, I believe there's only a few of the top 10% of fellas out here who are actually on a high vibration in the United States, and then you factor in the rest of the world. That's only a very small number, and these are the type of guys. So let me give y'all sort of a picture, right? These are the top gurus of the world, the top teachers, the top. I won't even say scholar because you're just someone that reads books. Someone that's more on the guru side, or someone that's just like one of those great thinkers, if you will, versus a reader or someone that studies. They're someone that's really tapped into their spirituality. They're someone that's really found the way to have this balance or equilibrium in their life, you know, and they're able to actually give people a very sound and clear message as to what they're saying. And it's very practical to where it kind of confounds the intellectuals of the world, the people from the Yales and the Harvards, the Yales and the Harvards, hail to the Yales and the Harvards of the world. You know, they sip on tea and then they choke up as they hear the high vibrational man speaks, because they can't really understand how he has a certain type of knowledge, yet he did not read one book. He did not have to look at every YouTube video that's out there. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love looking at a lot of documentaries on YouTube, but I do that more so for inspiration and motivation, not for education. You know, there's a lot of things I like to just read and look at just for the inspiration and the motivation. You know, uh, if you really think about it, what is really education? What is really education? Really, education is learning more about yourself. When you're getting someone else's quote unquote education, you're getting more so their indoctrination, not the education. A lot of people misunderstand what real education is. See, I don't mind someone's doctrine as long as it is sound with my mind. I don't mind, see, mind. I don't mind someone's doctrine as long as it is sound with my mind, but most people don't take on sound doctrine. Is that not written in scripture? Okay, let's see what you said, Fire Pat. You said, where do you find high vibrational women? Well, check this out, fam. She finds you, you know? Now, this thing about how do you, there's a scripture, because I remember Kevin Samuel said this on one of his live streams. He said, he brought up this idea about, chicks wanting to be a wife and they're not, pretty much qualified nor certified, if you will. But it says in scripture, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. But the thing is, she had to become a wife in order for him to know that she was even a wife. So basically, one can interpret that scripture as he who findeth this lady that becomes his wife, this woman that's not a typical female, he that finds her and seeing how she became his wife, he found a good thing. Like, he actually saw her become his wife, like just by her mannerisms. He didn't get that out the box just from the first day he met her. He saw how she groomed herself into being that, like, not really more or less groomed herself, but really more or less she was groomed into it, the bride and the groom. You see what I mean? But in regards to, let's say, this high vibrational woman that you're talking about, Fireback, she'll find you, she'll run into you. And that's how you find of her, because she ran into you. I can't describe it, I can't explain it. But based on your vibration going up, based on you growing more within your inner core versus trying to hold your frame, because you don't want to be like a roach, cockroach with the exoskeleton, you know what I'm saying? That's how she finds you. The more you up your vibration, the more she's going to reach out to your vibration. You know what I'm saying? The more you get higher, the more she wants to reach higher. Like I said earlier, it's not that she's trying to reach higher to be a higher version of herself. She's more so reaching higher because she sees how high you are in your vibration. Versus these other females that are women, they want to reach higher to the guy that's on a higher spectrum of income. You see? So yeah, just keep going more in your vibration, man, and she'll come around, because she'll gravitate. She'll want to gravitate to that. She wants you to what? You're up higher. She wants you to abduct her like you're an extraterrestrial. You are, for real, many ways, an extraterrestrial. Terrestrial. You're not the ordinary terrestrial. Okay, you are an extra type of terrestrial. Let's get it. You said, Chi Alpha, peace, Lord, to the chat, and I just seen the shooting star. Boom. See, hey, everything lines up, fam. It was meant for you to check out this live stream tonight, and you one of the chosen ones, fam. All that ties in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all in sync. Like, nothing happens out of coincidence. I don't believe in that. I believe in the incidents, not the coincidence. You see what I'm saying? You said also, Kai, you said, I've been at Yale for 15 years. They are not the brightest. No, man, because they don't have that true light in them. They're not on a high vibration. They're just getting the education. You said, Logan, I enjoy both formal and self-education. Hey, I don't mind either. Let me tell you this. One time I was at an art school. I went to the Art Institute of Colorado. And I was trying to do this graphic design, man. And I kid you not, for the life of me, I could not pass that class. Why I could not pass that class? Because of the professor. He just did not vibe. We did not have this vibe. And I had no problems with him. I had nothing against him. We had no beef, okay? So it wasn't a personal issue I had with that professor. It's just that we did not vibe. And that way I could not even get what he was telling me. I did not get it. His doctrine was not sound to my mind. My mind was not sound with his doctrine. So, and that's all because of the vibes. He had a different vibe than mine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So my brain waves could not overlap and harmonize with the information he was putting out there. You know, so that's key to being this high vibrational man. You always want to make sure that people are harmonizing. You want to make sure that you're being harmonious. I try my best even with my content, whether it's uploads or live streams. I try my best to be harmonious in the way that I'm putting it out here. Now I know, you know, I might have a style of music or sound that not everybody is really vibing to. That's fine. But this vibe is made for a certain ear to hear and for a certain mind to ponder on, you know. But I know this is because it's on a higher frequency. So only people that are reaching higher will get this. What I'm talking about, you can get up to speed or you can get very close to speed, you know. Let's keep going. You said also, let me keep going. Let me see this. Yeah, we chopping it up. Hey, what's good, Venom? Good to see you in the building, fam. You said, Logan, finding a virtuous woman in this day and age, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. They are rare. But see, that's the key, Logan. She's supposed to be rare. But guess what? You're rare too. So keep that in mind. You know, a virtuous woman, uh, there's a lot to say. You know, virtue versus virtual. I'll have to break that down one day. But that's what you're getting. You're getting this idea of the virtuous woman, but also you're having to deal with these virtuos aspects of what they think a woman is. The virtuous woman versus the virtual woman. You know, it's kind of interesting how those things kind of try to interfere with our brain waves, our perceptions of what a woman is, which I try my best, like I said, over here, uh, when I decided to make the difference between woman and female at this channel. And a lot of people have been doing that before I started making content as well, but not to the extent as I have been doing it, because I want y'all to see, like, yes, a virtuous woman, you know, that's a higher vibration. Being a woman, that's great, but the virtuous woman is an even higher vibration. Okay. Being a man is great, but being a high vibrational man is even greater. But as we say over here, a God amongst men, a God amongst men is on a great in high vibration. See what I'm saying? Yeah, let's keep going. You said Ice Turner, you said they have to learn to understand that being of God in order to connect with the vibration, and that being of God is composed of wisdom, will, and consciousness. Exactly. And it has to be all working harmoniously together. You know, it can't be just like one thing here and then the other thing there. Now, see, this idea of people having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, that goes very deep. That goes very deep. Because I was going to explain this on the upcoming live stream about a God amongst men, you know, at ISIS channel. And I'm going to get there. I'll break it down more. But let's just say this. It's not what people think it is in regards to people having a form of godliness but deny the power thereof. It's deeper than that. And I'll explain that when we go live at his channel about a God amongst men. It's going to be part 4. But yeah, it's not what people think it is, but it ties right in with what Ice just said, you know, with this comment. You said fire pack. Thank you, theotherayj. This is key wisdom. I appreciate that, fam. You welcome. You welcome. All right, out. All right. Let's see what everybody else chopped it up with. Okay, let me scroll down. Yep, exactly, Kyle. That part multi-dimensional. You already know. You already know. Yeah, you already know that kung fu, that black belt. What? You already know kung pao. And that's a side note, man. I was mad because I was trying to get me some Korean barbecue today, man. Yeah, and I got out a little too late. I was sleeping all day, man. I've been traveling a lot, working, doing a lot of job assignments, and I had the day off today, but I slept most of the day, and I got up trying to go and get some Korean. And man, they was closing, everything closing up a little earlier. I mean, a lot of the restrictions are lifted because, you know, they're trying to tackle this COVID-19, but some folks still close up early. I'm like, dang, but That's a side note. That's a side note. I you said ice. The price that we must pay for the consciousness attainment of divine wisdom and understanding is the letting go of the personal self with its limited beliefs. Exactly. Yeah, you got to die to self. You got to die to self, take up that cross, you know, and follow him. A lot of people don't die to self. They don't take up that cross. They don't follow him. And that's why everybody's limited because they're not even trying to get up to speed. And that's what we do over here. We get up to speed. You said, Polo, roaches can survive nuclear fallouts in wasteland. Oh yeah, man. But all it takes is for you to step on the roach. You see? It's the subtle things. It's the subtle things. All you have to do is step on a cockroach. That's what we're talking about. So, but that's a lot of that's a lot of deep revelation there with what you just said, though. It's funny how cockroaches can survive all these things, right? But all you gotta do is step on the roach. I mean, heck, if you have some raid, that'll help. But really, effectively, just step on the roach. That's all you gotta do. It's that simple. Just step on the roach. Yeah. Cucaracha, the cucaracha, la cucaracha. You said, hold up. Let me get back. Somebody said something. Yeah. Whoa. You said, fire pack. theotherayj, has any high vibrational woman found you? Oh man, good question. Well, you know, I can't let out too much out there publicly, but I'm gonna just say this. I've known a few. I've ran into a few. You know, I'm gonna say that. I can say that. But see, here's the catch though, because this is something else I didn't tell you. Something else I didn't tell you. See, her vibration is based on your vibration. You know, that's where the attraction takes place. It goes back to it goes back to the magnet to a certain extent, but it's also based on the light that you draw upon her. You know, she's drawn to your light as well as your magnetism, your magnetism. So basically, she got higher on her vibration due to your vibration being on high already. But you know, her willingness was what was key. Like there was something about you that drew her to you. So I guess with what I just answered to you, I've only ran into a few that have been high vibrational with me in my lifetime. Only a few. I could barely count on one hand, and I still have many fingers I need to count. So I don't know which lady out there is going to count the rest of the fingers on my hand, but I could barely count on one hand how many ladies have been high vibrational around me. I'm looking forward to counting the rest of this hand. So I'm just saying. So this brings up another point before I continue on. You know, let's talk about the other aspect of this high value man, about, you know, high value men don't cheat, they exercise their options. Once again, you know, Kevin Samuels, he was talking about and mentioned to a lot of those females that aren't women. He said that high value men don't cheat, they just exercise their options. Now apply it to the high vibrational man. One can say that's very similar. Why? Because you have such a high vibration. You can't just tap all that into one feminine gender. That's too much energy. That's too much of a power source. You're going to electrocute her. You're going to fry her up. Your radiation is going to be too much for her. And she's going to let you know that. She's going to say, baby, you got too much energy just to put all that into one lady. You got too much energy. Your light is too bright. That's why this idea of a twilight means so much, because you can have many twilights around the world that's still attracted to that one sun. You see what I'm saying? So your energy is too radiant for just one lady. You know, your energy, you have to spread out your energy. You know, you know, you got some out there that talk about, well, I don't share. Well, lady, here's the thing. He's like the sun. He's going to radiate. He's going to spread himself. He doesn't share. You can't share him, but he does spread. He does distribute. Energy must be distributed. It can't just be locked up in one little place, one little outlet. That's going to overwork and override that circuit. It's going to pop the circuit breaker. It's going to blow up that transformer. You know, too much energy can't be concentrated on one thing. on one lady. Like when she gets you mad, that's why I say, like, fellas, never have one nights. Never be tied down to one chick, especially if she don't like you and she calls herself trying to move on from you, if you will. You know, never be locked down on just one female, especially when she's not trying to be a woman in your life. You know, so you have to so you have the right to exercise your options, if you will. But see, I don't want to just necessarily say it that way. I want to say more or less you have too much energy just to concentrate it on one thing. You have too much energy, and you deserve the best and you deserve the most from all the ladies that you run into. Why? Because you just have that energy that's going to draw them in, that makes them attracted to your energy. You know, a lot of these ladies, they get a little bit deep down inside jealous when they be like, wow, he has a certain aura about him, but he's married to her, so I guess he's taken. Ladies, he can never be taken. Don't be mistaken. A man can never be taken, if you will, you know. So, but we live in a world that's on the carnal surface based on monogamy and everything. So, that guy may not realize, yo, you have to spread out your energy out there. You have to network your energy. Guys don't know how to really network, you know. But that's a side note. We won't go there too deep, but that kind of ties right in with this idea that when you're high vibrational, you're going to attract a lot of ladies your way, but they haven't tapped into this right now. Right now, it's just a money game. But I kid you guys now. I kid you guys not. I kid y'all not. Give it just a couple of years. And I'm not basing this on anything people trying to tell y'all with what's going on in the world and how things going to get bad and there's going to be a collapse. No, I ain't talking like that. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about just socially speaking. You're going to have a lot of younger girls coming up. You're going to have a lot of young ladies. You're going to have even some of the older women who've just never been loved before. They're going to wake up and they're not going to want to be like these other females that aren't women out here. And they're going to want a higher vibration. They're going to want a man that's very spiritual. They're going to want a man that's into the know. They're going to want a man that has a lot of wisdom, who's obtained that. They're going to want a man that's been respectful to his mom and his father. They're going to want a man that loves to be a blessing and to pass on knowledge to the next generation. They're going to want that. They're going to want it. They're not going to want a man that just makes six figures. They're going to want a man that they're going to want a man that's going to be more or less on cloud nine with what he's talking about. Forget the six figures. Where he at on cloud nine? She wants to be on cloud nine. That's what's next. She never knew what it was like to be on cloud nine. She's never been having a true natural high because she's never been around higher vibration before. Let me see. You said Ice. We have to lay aside para beliefs for the original belief. Exactly. You said Big Rich. Hey, what's good, fam? Just popped in on the way to say what up, fellas. What's up with you, fam? I was just in Ohio not that long ago, man. I was just in there not that long ago. I was just south of Cleveland, out there in Ashland. Man, I'm like, yo, these folk here, they were racist, bro. But it didn't bother me. I don't worry about racism. That stuff don't bother me. I figure when a dude racist, he's just fearful. Any dude that showed me a sign of racism, I'm like, oh, he just scared of me. That's all it is. It didn't bother me at all, man. I just like, you better not mess up my order. I know that much. Or you better make sure I get my exact change back. I had a chick one time. It was either by Indiana or Ohio. Look, I bought my food, right? And I got the receipt back. I noticed that this chick charged $14 extra just to get $14 on the tip. I never told her I was going to give her a tip, but she tried to get $14 off of my credit card. I called her out on it. I said, you better put that money back on my card. I better see a reimbursement or I'm going to talk to your manager. So reluctantly, she put that money back on her. She didn't say nothing to me and she walked off. And I was like, yeah, you better have. And kept it moving. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, man, I was just out there in Ohio, man. Yeah, man. Let's keep going. You said, Kyle, a spiritual man, we need to protect ourselves. We could attract a lot of bath bitty dimes with bad spirits on them. But see, that's the thing. You'll know when they have a bad spirit. All you gotta do is challenge them with certain things based on what your vision is. And that's going to really bring out that demon either way. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have to worry about the bad spirits. You really don't have to worry about that, fam. When you are on a high vibration, you're going to be able to spot the darkness because of your light. You're going to spot it easily, you know, and you're going to know how to deal with it accordingly. You're going to know. Trust me. You said Logan, you said even though we are in end times, we're in the beginning. We're not in the end. Keep that in mind, Logan. We're in the beginning. We're maybe at the end of one thing, but we're actually at the beginning of another. I like to say we're at the beginning. But yeah, you said even though we are in end times, I'm very curious and excited to see what the future holds. See, there you go. That's why I said we're in the beginning. 5 to 10 years from now, technology, lifestyle, and all other things. Oh yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things. Oh, you talk about that God amongst men, Kyle? Yeah, yeah. Part four about to be another movie. Hey, you already know, man. Gonna be a blockbuster. Gonna be a blockbuster. Yeah, yeah. You said ice. Being a God amongst men is an inner knowingness. Energy equals energy. The assurance comes off your vibration. Yup, exactly. Yup. That's why we don't do those labels over here. We don't we're beyond this alpha thing. We don't do all that other stuff, all the alpha, beta, sigma, we don't do that over here. We beyond all that stuff. Especially beyond the alpha male talk, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get y'all on a higher vibration as we speak. We're trying to get y'all beyond high value man. We're trying to get y'all to that next plane, that higher. We ain't even trying to get you on a higher plane. We're just trying to have that plane take you higher. We ain't got you on no airplane. We got you on space planes. But we're gonna talk about that later. That space plane. We're gonna talk about that later. You said, Logan, it's a great time to be alive, the age of reinventing oneself and becoming something better, or as given the title of this live stream, becoming something higher. You know? Yeah. You said, Polo, can you really trust mirrors because mirrors can manipulate your perception slash image? You really don't look at the mirror. You look at who you want the mirror to see, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at your future self in the mirror. You never look at what you actually see in the mirror. Remember, be not moved by what you see. Walk by faith, not by sight. Remember that. Oh, keep in mind, those that have the problem with the mirror, like Lilith did back in the day, like Medusa, they can't look at who they are in the mirror. They can't even look at themselves in the mirror now. Like social media is just another social media, like the cell phones and the laptops replace mirrors for a lot of people. Have y'all noticed that? No one can really look at themselves in the mirror and even try to see if they can be greater than what they see. They rather use these cell phones and tablets instead. Because if they really had to look at themselves in the mirror, like Medusa, that mirror would crack right before them. You said, Chi Alpha, I always catch these power builds while I'm cruising down on the highway. Hey, man. Hey, whatever it takes, man, for you to get down the road safely, man, that's what it's all about, fam. But yeah, I think last time you was doing that coast, you was on the coastal drive. That's what's up, man. Yeah. You said ice. You said your vibration is impressions that come from your spirit. Yeah. All day long. The impressions that come from your spirit overriding the oppressions and things that try to be possession and depression. We not depressed over here. We try our best not to be, right? Can I get a one? Can I get a two? Can I get a three? I can't say can I get an amen because we don't talk like the Christians. And I can't say can I get a hello because somebody named Infinite Waters on YouTube, he be saying that. So you said fire pack. You said The other Ray J, can the low vibrational males be friends with the high vibrational men, or will it create resentment and jealousy? Oh man, no, you can't be friends with them. It's gonna be like a Cain slew Abel situation. Remember? It's gonna be like Cain being jealous of Abel. Cain gonna try to slew Abel, you know? So no, man, the low vibration can't be with the high vibration because it'll never harmonize. If I had a piano, I would let you hear how one note sounds compared to the other note. Now I don't know these notes off the top of my head, but I'm assuming that an A note and a G flat don't sound good next to each other. So that's kind of like what it's like with the low and the high vibration, or even if we're dealing on megahertz, like the 432 or you get a 440, you look at the wavelengths for each one of those. They look different. So that's kind of like what the vibration is. Those dudes that are on a low vibration, they have a totally different wavelength. They're not surfing like you. You know what I'm saying? They won't be able to surf like you. You surf in a totally different way. Excuse me. You surf in a totally different way. You see what I'm saying? You surf in a totally different wave and you're serving a totally different wave. You said, Ice Turner, you said all of the high vibrational men are in Mac era, Fire Pack, and nah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. All day long. All day long. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fire Pack, man. You definitely got to sub the Mac era, man. You definitely got to sub. You gotta check out one of my I can't even, man. You just gonna have to go to one of my older videos, my most recent videos. Look in the comments, look in the description section. Otherwise, we hashtag Mac, we hashtag Mac era so much that you probably can easily find it on YouTube by now. You should. But yeah, man, you definitely got to sub, fam. You got to sub. I'm still gonna get my spiritual channel together too. I'm going to redo my spiritual channel. I was supposed to have went live over there, man, but I overslept. So, but I'm doing things differently over at my spiritual channel anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I know you Wando was talking to Fire Pack, but see, yeah, it's kind of like what we be saying, like keeping the squares out your circle, you know. But see, uh, too many circles try to get in the square, you know. You keep the squares out of your circle, but too many circles trying to get on your square. A lot of people won't catch up on that. But there's a lot of deep meaning behind that statement. Keeping the squares out of your circle. You know what I'm saying? But too many circles trying to get in your square. That's what's going on right now. Like with my channel, pretty sure with Ice's channel, pretty sure with well, not necessarily Mac era yet, but keeping the squares out of the circle right now. So many circles trying to get in our square. Just saying. You said Chi Alpha, 7 women to 1 man. Oh yeah, that's the ideal number. 7 women to 1 man. You know? So there you go. You said Ice, 6 figures after taxes is only 87.5K. Right. You're gonna have to actually make about you're gonna have to make about 200K just to break even before taxes. You're gonna have to make about 200K a year, not 100. You're gonna have to make 200. You know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, no. Yeah, because it's 6 figures. I know you said 6 figures. So uh to break even with your 6 figures, you're gonna have to make at least 200 to 300. If I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me on that with math. I don't be too big on the numbers like that, but yeah, I think you got to make at least about 200 to 300 to break even after taxes to have 100 on you. You feel me? You said, Logan, rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. Hold up, let me scroll. I'd rather be alone and high vibrational than low vibrational, surrounded by people. Right. Facts. You said, Kyle, it's ironic you said that. I experienced my first racism in Ohio when I was 9 at the Ohio State Fair during my Golden Gloves match. Ooh, and that's probably a tough place to experience racism at the fairs, especially in a place like Ohio. Ooh, man, I can only imagine. all them redneck pickup trucks, man. They want to claim that the South was bad. No, man, it was the North. North was just as racist as the South. I've been saying that and will continue to say that. North was just as racist as the South. You did. You said, Polo, they going to burn money anyways. They might as well support my economy. Yeah. You said, Logan, the world we knew is gone. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you also said, Logan, the old world is over. It's a new world being made while we are in quarantine. COVID going to be here for a while, but that won't stop anything. It's a great time to be alive. Facts. Facts. I agree. You said also, Logan, if you, Ice Turner, and Thinking Man's Templar made a live stream, man, I'd watch that. No cap. 3 underrated channels. Oh, man, I appreciate that. That would be kind of dope, but, hey, you never know. You said, Chi Alpha, you got to save the mirror talk for that God Amongst Men part 4. Hey, we're going to go beyond that, man, because this is definitely going to take off. And we'll definitely talk about the direction of the God Amongst Men, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind about that mirror. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for bringing that up. That's a great idea. I'll keep that in mind for sure. You said also, Kyle, when I seen that new mirror commercial, I knew it was a wrap. No more prophecy. Right. You said, Venom. Frequencies frequently digitized, filtering memory, contrast, contracts, in expansion to manifest to 3D reality. Yup. that that hologram, man, it's gonna be all hologram, man. All day long. Hey, what's good, Devil's Reject? Long time no see, fam. Good to see you back up in the building. You said Fire Pack, I just subbed. Okay. Right on, fam. Glad to have you on board, man. We've been definitely chopping it up over at Mac Era, man. Yeah, we got some good stuff over there already. We just getting started. Hopefully you like what's over there thus far. You said Kyle for fitness mirror, smart mirror. Oh, okay. You said Ice Turner, your vibration is involution, enfolding, that always proceeds to evolution, unfolding, which is involved in mind, evolves through matter, and God said, let there be light. Let there be light, and there was light. Yep, just like that. Quicker than a blink of an eye. Quicker than a blink of an eye. Yes, indeed. You said, Wando, it's not good to take big personal salaries too. High value man have it tough paying all those taxes. Exactly. So that's why the high vibrational man, kind of similar to those taxes, don't really like a lot of just don't like a lot of attention on himself. He really wants it within a certain collective of people that understand where he's coming from. So that's what that's all about. Everybody wants to talk to a person like him when their lives are in shambles. It's like, come talk to me during the good times, not the bad times. Now, I understand I'll help you get through the bad times, but the good times, let's stay on the good. Let's stay on the gravy train. Let's stay on the groovy train. That's what we want to do. We want to stay on the groovy train. That's what we want to do, So I'd say, just trying to tie one more thing in with this high value man versus high vibrational man, even though it's not that I'm really talking from a competitive standpoint, is oh man, this is going to hit y'all heavy because it's really similar like to what Kevin Samuels was saying, but from an inverted perspective. So like these females that are women, they want this high value man from well, at first they don't know about this guy. They want to run around with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, if you will, the lower vibrational kind of guys. And I'm not saying those guys can't be high vibrational. It just depends on his upbringing and what he decides to do to change his life so he don't end up behind bars or dead the next moment because he got a brother like from New Jack City or Belly that's gonna take him out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying most of these chicks run into dudes like that, and then all of a sudden, now after a couple of babies later, a couple of divorces later, now they want a high value. Now they want a man to have this at the table, and wanting him to make a certain amount of money, have have these cars and be a provider and all these things. Well, why you didn't want it when you were younger? If we're just talking from base value, like what Kevin Samuels said, why you didn't want all that when you were younger and you were in your prime? All of a sudden you had that, but then you left it alone because you wanted to play around. I was too young then. I was too young. So you let it all go. You let go of a guy that had a certain amount of money. And he was doing all this because you wanted to play around. Or you let him go because you thought he was cheating. But yet he gave you everything you ever need, but you thought he was cheating. See, I don't get that. So let's tie this in with the high vibrational. These females that aren't women, they've known a lot of guys that have been on higher vibrations when they were younger. He liked her a lot. He tried to help her with life, try to teach her a lot of things, show her a lot of things. And he was deep, even in high school. Let's say in high school, guys, like y'all probably would have typed, some of y'all, I know myself, you talk to chicks a certain way and you had deep conversations. You put them on, right? Like onto just something like God fearing, if you will. And she peeped that. She liked it. But she still wanted to play around with the jocks and with the dudes that were no good. But she was still going to try to pursue her career. But over the years after she screwed up her life, even though she had her career, but she had them babies by them dudes that were crazy. She thought about a lot of what you said. Now she's trying to hit you up like, over the years I've been thinking about you. And I realized like what you said made sense. How come it took all these years for you to realize what I said made sense? You just didn't want to be up to my speed back then. You didn't want to be on my vibration. I regret even talking to you as much as I did back then. Now that I realized that you were on a lower vibration. See, that's the thing, fellas. All these chicks you grew up with, they're going to start to try to come back to you. It ain't just about your money. It's about the fact that you had a certain wisdom that was uncanny like the X-Men. See, tying that X-Men part. There was something extra about you, extraterrestrial. Goes back to what I said earlier, you know? Now she wants to come back because she sees that what you said made a lot of sense about life. Now she's not trying to question you. Now, mind you, these chicks you run into now, they disagree with you. Why? Because they still aren't up to speed. They still are on a low vibration. Why? They're still looking for a high value man themselves in their own way. Someone that's financially stable. What about vibrationally stable, sweetie? What about his vibration? I would rather be stable in my vibration than stable in my finances. I can be financially stable, but if I'm not stable in my vibration, hey, I'm gonna throw all that money away. I'm gonna be broke in by the next day. You could forget about having something for later on as I get older. You could forget about all that. Trying to talk about me being high value, financially stable, but I'm mentally I'm mentally not stable. I'm mentally not sound. Crazy, you know? You said, Polo, the IRS are laughing at this high value man argument. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. You already know. He like somebody gonna have to pay Uncle Sam real soon. You want to talk about high value man? What about Mr. Sam? The man needs to pay Sam. You already know. Let's keep going. Yep. Yeah, you already know. Squares out of your circle. You already know, Kai. Let me see what else. Let's see what else y'all saying here. Let's see. Let's get it. Let's get it. You said fire pack. Seeing too many high value men lose half of their money to divorce and child support. doesn't seem as hyped up as the internet makes it. Nah, man, that's just a wolf ticket. People trying to sell you these wolf tickets, man, trying to make you think that's the way to go. When the way to go is uh to be on a high vibration. What it says, the love of money is the root to all evil. So all this stuff is evil. Like all this talk, this value based on the value, this money, you know. See, high vibrational man, that's just a description, not a label. If anything about high value man, that should also be a description, not a label. But people label themselves as a high value man. See, someone being a high vibrational man, that's just describing the way that man is. That man is very high vibration. But see, like I said, we take it a step further here because it's not enough to just be a man. You got to be a God amongst men. You can't just be about masculinity. You got to be about divinity. But the fact that you're a high vibrational man means that you are higher than the average men. Those men are average at best. Being a man is average at best. Did I just say that? Mm-hmm. You said polo. Well, my circle is zero, and the one creates the circle knows the start and end. Right, 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 right. You said, Chi Alpha, be a god in this real life, West world we live in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said ice. You said that circle is your cipher, your 360, your brain, your eye. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. I got you, guy. Yeah, I figured that you was like, yeah, you meant living in it. Yup, yup. Got you, got you, got you. You said Polo. They love fast money, so she lives being burnt fast. Oh yeah, all day long, all day long. You in high school right now, Fireback? Oh, okay. Oh, right on. Got the next generation coming up. Okay, okay. That's what's up, man. Much blessings. You said I'm in high school right now. That's relatable. I've met more mature women in my martial arts class. Whew, that's dope. That's dope. You said, Polo, I can unlock old memories. Lives in her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But this is like really like sort of, I won't say a deep rabbit hole. I just kind of opened up a rabbit hole. You know, I just had y'all peep into a rabbit hole. We not really digging deeper into a rabbit hole. I just opened up a rabbit hole for y'all to peep into. I want y'all to peep this, you know, because it really comes down to being a high vibration, not really what they would consider a high value. You can't be bought. You can't be priced. You can only be you can only be felt. You can only be experienced. You can only be heard. Hey, for some you can only be tasted, you know? But all that represents a vibe, you know, the smells, right? Even the smells, the taste, the feel, the sight, the sound in the brain, you know, what your brain receives. All this is vibrations. I want to be on a good vibe, you know. I could care less about the value, you know. I don't want to price on myself. I know what I'm rated. You know, I know what it, you know, you look at the rating scale. I want to be rated a certain way, you know, that the creator has put out there for. I don't want to be valued. You know, the world puts a value on you, but the creator, he rates you a certain way. And based on your rating, and, and that was based on your on your vibration, that'll determine how you'll flow in life. All this ain't hard to figure out, y'all. You can really determine the way your life is going to go based on your vibration. You know, the way that you flow. It's not going to be based on the money you make. It's not going to be based on. Let's get back to this, right? Let's get back to this. So, why did some of these females that aren't women got with some of these dudes that ain't got no money? Because she liked his vibe, even if he was low vibration. That, in a nutshell, that pretty much I can wrap it up right there. And I actually will. I actually will, you know. Um, but I just wanted to stop by, chop this up with y'all, talk about it, uh, let y'all know that there's definitely beyond all this high value talk. What about the high vibration? You know, you said, Kai, you said, I also had to learn just cause she choose you don't mean you got to deal with her. Facts, facts. And we're gonna talk about the choosing. We're gonna talk about that. You know, we gonna talk about that. You know, because I see it quite the opposite. Given the way that I walk, I don't really want to be chosen. I don't like being chosen. I'm chosen by the Creator. I'm not chosen by a female. You see what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. You know, like I said before on the previous live stream, I think it was on the live stream that me and Ice did about Top Gun talk. A lot of times she ain't choosing you. She was just seeking. She was looking for you. You know, she was heat seeking your missile. Well, she was heat seeking you with the missile. There you go. She's trying to come at you with a. She's trying to come at you with a missile, Kai. She ain't choosing you. She heat seeking. Hmm. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that later. But yeah. With that said, hopefully this live made sense to some. Maybe this live did not make sense to others. Hey, I didn't know how this live was going to go, so hey, you tell me. But to those that got some sense out of this live stream, feel free to hit that like button, especially those listening to this on the replay. And hopefully this sounds good to y'all. Obviously it has, because hey, everybody in the chat been talking to me great. And Firepack said it definitely made sense to me. Hey, I appreciate that, fam. Yeah, but yeah, make sure you hit that like button, especially those listening to this on the replay. If this is your first time coming to my channel and you like my type of content, whether it is the uploads or the live streams, just know that there's definitely more in store. So make sure that you subscribe, share this live, as well as my other content, especially my archives. Go back. I start out way back, what, from yours truly 2016 and onwards. You'll see that I have a catalog, extended catalog, and we're just getting started, y'all. We're just getting started. Okay. Um, let me see what else. Yeah, for those listening to this on the replay, in the description section, you'll see all the different platforms that I'm on, the different channels that I'm on. Make sure that you subscribe to those other channels. I shall be on those other channels more often as well. If you want to tip yours truly, that should also be in the description section. And make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get all of my uploads in real time. Let me see if anybody else has something else to say. Okay. But yeah, hey, you have a good night as well, Wando. Thanks for stopping by. And everybody else that stopped by. Much love to y'all. And trying to see if there's one more thing I need to add to all this that I've said thus far. Because like I said, this was no notes, no footnotes, no memo. None of that. Not tonight. Yeah. So yes, it's time that you know that you are sought after. You don't have to be a high value man. All you have to be is a high vibrational man. But you're higher than the average man. Remember, being a man is just average at best. Strive to be a God amongst men. Greater is he that is in you than he that is of this world. Even the he's that call themselves high value men. And ladies, y'all should know it's a no-brainer, ladies. You got to get a guy that's on a higher vibration. You got to get that. You know, you got to get that. If you want to call yourself feeling great, great sensations, You're only going to get that from a high vibration. You're not going to get that from all the zeros in the banking account. You're not going to get that. Some chicks, they think that's what's going to make them feel some type of way. Even sexually, it's very unnatural. No, vibrations are very natural. But it's just sad that there are very low vibrations out there. And just talking about money is a very low vibration. What actually had you get the money? You know, the people that have a certain amount of money and they're doing pretty well for themselves and they are pretty cool people to be around, it took their high vibration in order to achieve certain amounts of wealth. And these people made that money not because they wanted to be rich. They just wanted to have freedom. They just wanted to be able to enjoy life, to not be bound by the ways of this world, you know, trying to set themselves apart. You know, like I look at life that way myself. Like I don't see money like the same way a lot of folks see money. I don't, you know. I do whatever I can to try to have a more peaceful life for myself. And with that said, no matter what it looks like out there, y'all, it's only getting better from here. Normally, I would say it's only going to get better from here. Yeah, normally I would say it's only going to get better from here. Now I'm saying that it's only getting better from here. And I feel like I didn't really dissect this live stream as good as I know I could have, but I appreciate everybody feedback. So it must have did something, you know. And we'll see what the numbers do, you know, in regards to the feedback and the views. I hope that a lot of people check this live stream out. I just want y'all to know that there's more to it than just this high value man talk. What about high vibration? Our vibration needs to be higher anyway. We're at a low state. We're at low vibrations right now. Even the music that we're hearing, all this music that we're listening to right now, it's on the low vibration, man. I don't even listen to a lot of this music out here because it's on the low vibration. Real talk. You said Logan. Peace, everybody. Can't wait for God Amongst Men Part 4. I can't wait either. I can't wait either. You said Wando. Freedom is key. Buying all types of material things to attract women is slavery. Facts. Facts. Yeah. But having a high vibration that ends up attracting women is freedom. So don't be bound by even guys that are going their own way. You know, don't be bound by that. You could be what you want to be, you know, but don't be bound by guys that, you know, they're not understanding that your vibe will attract women. Whether you're going your own way in a positive way, you know what I'm saying? Or you just wanted to just be on a higher elevation, because that's what we're doing over here at this channel. We're just trying to be on a higher vibration, and that means that you'll be on a higher elevation. But to the guys that are going their own way, the right way, shout out to y'all too. You know, but you know, a high vibration will attract women. You know, it's going to attract women. You want women, not females. That's what you want. Hey, shout out to Michael. Good to see you up in the building, fam. Good to see you up in the building. You said Fire Pack. If you dissect the high vibrational man more, speak on how women will come back later when they understand your wisdom. Oh yeah, man, I got you, fam. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end on that note. There's definitely more I could say, but yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and probably make it to where the folk at the hotel don't be like, yo, Ray vibing out too much, man. Let me call the front desk on Ray. You know, it's around midnight right now, you know, try to let folks sleep so they can check out the hotel. Yeah, I'm at a very nice spot, man. Yeah, doing a work assignment, and they put me up in a real nice little suite. I'm gonna say that much. It is sweet. All right, but y'all have a good one. See y'all on the next one. Signing out.